So hi, hello, good evening. Welcome back to live quiz at 7:30 p.m. on Santosha Sir YouTube channel. So today we are a little bit late, and I hope you are all ready. And I have given the quiz link in the description and as well as the live chat. Just have to click on that and type your name and wait for the quiz to start. So 7:35 usually we start, but today we are a little late, 22. So without further delay, we shall start the quiz. Wish you all good luck. We have 22 participants right now. The first question, here it comes. Lala Lajpat Rai was also known as what? Lion of Bengal, Lion of Maharashtra, Lion of Kashmir, or Lion of Punjab? There ends the time. 24 picked it up now out of 27 participants. 11 members made their choice correctly. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 2 on your screens now. Sri Aurobindo Ghosh was born in the year 1872, 1982, 1884, or 1892. Time is up. 28 members answered out of 30 participants. 9 members answered it correctly. A lot of guesses there, isn't it? Of course. So question number 3, here it comes. Who founded Abhinav Bharat? Is that Savarkar, Aurobindo Ghosh, Balagangadhar Tilak, or none of these? There ends the time. 33 participants we have and 28 made their choice within the time. The leaderboard score, Hari SV on the top, followed by Sai Srinija, Sandhya. 8 members made their choice correctly. Moving on further. Question number 4 on your screens now. The two names which were associated with the publication of the paper Yugantar are. Read the options carefully and pick the right choice. Barindra Kumar Ghosh, Aurobindo Ghosh, Bhupendranath Datta and Aurobindo Ghosh, Barindra Kumar Ghosh and Bhupendranath, or Aurobindo Ghosh and Savarkar. There ends the time. 7 members did it right. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 5 on your screens now. Delhi was formally declared the future capital of British India in 1906 or 1909 or 1912 or 1911. Time is up. 8 members answered it correctly. Let's check the 6th question. Here it comes now. Queen Victoria and subsequent monarchs assumed the title of the Empress of India in 1876 by Act of British Parliament or Indian Sabha or Singaporean Parliament or none of these. 1876. Time is up. 29 answered correctly out of 36 participants. 22 answered it correctly. Question number 7. Here it comes now. Raja Ram Mohan Roy started the first Bengali language weekly newspaper and the first newspaper in an Indian language called, what is the name of it? Samvad Kaumudi, Bengali Renaissance, or Bengal Gazette, or the Brahmonical. Time is up. 9 members answered it correctly. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 8 on your screens now. The first man after the revolt of 1857 who wanted to overthrow the British regime by means of an armed rebellion and establish self-government in India. Bakht Khan, Nana Sahib, Vasudev, or Jang Bahadur Rana. There ends the time. 35 answered out of 40 participants. And a lot of changes. 2, 3, 5th. Anirudh on the top, followed by Sahasra. 8 members picked it up correctly. 9th question on your screens now. Who is known as father of Indian armed rebellion? Bhagat Singh, Vasudev Balwant Phatke, Mangal Singh Pandey, or Subhash Chandra Bose? There ends the time. 37 members made their choice out of 43 participants and 9 members did it right. A lot of confusion, a lot of guesses. 10th question. Here it comes now. Who established East India Association in London in 1866? Subhash Chandra Bose, Dada Bhai Nauroji, or V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, or Hemu Kalani? Okay, there ends the time. 19 members picked it up right. 40 members answered out of 45. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 11 on your screens now. In 1893, Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa in connection with the Trail of a Merchant. Is that Hemu Kalani or Dhirubhai Ambani, Manmad Nath Gupta, or Abdullah Seth? Okay, 11 members made their choice correctly. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 12. Here it comes. Which foreigner arrived in India on November 16, 1893? Khan Abdul Ghaffar, W.A. Hume, Annie Besant, or Obama? Time is up. 35 answered out of 50 participants. 36 answered. Okay, 22 did it right. Let's quickly move on to the next one. Question number 13 on your screens now. Who said our life and religion are useless without the attainment of Swaraj, freedom? Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Veer Kunwar, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh. Time is up. 34 answered out of 50 participants. 22 answered correctly. Moving on to the next one. Question number 14 on your screens now. The newspapers, the Punjabi and the People's, were published by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh or Lala Hardayal. There ends the time. 33 picked up their choice within the time frame. 15 did it right. Let's move on to the 15th question. Here it comes. The National College in Calcutta had been established on September 14, 1906, July 14, March 14 or August 14. Time is up. 34 answered. Let's check the leaderboard scores now. So we have Navya on the top, followed by Tarun, Srai, Srinija, Karthik, Ishwar, Ankit. 14 answered correctly. Moving on to the 16th question. Here it comes on your screens now. Who played an important role in the Gadar movement in 1915? Lala Hardayal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak or none of these? There ends the time. 35 members made their choice out of 51 participants. And 4th and 5th positions replaced. 13 did it right. Question number 17 on your screens now. Lord Curzon announced the partition of Bengal in which year? 1911, 1896, 1907 or 1905? These options the order of the options might vary from person to person. There ends the time. 35 picked it up out of 52. 14 answered correctly. 18th question on your screens now. Whose statement is this? The Indians should no longer be satisfied with mere mendicancy, neither should they beg the English for concessions. Time is up. 35 answered and 11 made their choice correctly. 19th question popping up on your screens now. Which Indian revolutionary was called by the Britishers as the father of Indian disaffection and biggest traitor? Lala Lajpat Rai, Lala Hardayal, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, or M.G. Ranade? There ends the time. 34 members have made their choice out of 52 participants. 16 answered correctly. Question number 20 on your screens. Here it comes. Who was the founder of a society known as Abhinav Bharat? Did I ask this question already? Is that J.K. Hickey or B.B. Upadhyay or Vinayak Damodar Savarkar or none of these? There ends the time. 33 answered out of 53 participants. 23 made their choice correctly. Moving on further. Question number 21 on your screens now. In the history of the Indian national movement, Santhal rebellion took place between which years? 1845 to 47, 1849 to 50, or 1855 to 56, or 1866 to 67? Time is up. 32 answered out of 53 participants. We have Navya on the top, followed by Ruchishnu Sai. 12 answered correctly. 22nd question. Here it comes on your screens now. The famine killed nearly 8 lakh people during British rule, as per the report furnished by the Famine Commission of 1660 had struck which part of India? Eastern, northern, or southern, or western? There ends the time. 34 answered out of 53. 10 members did it right. 23rd question on your screens now. So who called the revolt of 1857 a war between barbarism and civilization? V.A. Smith, T.R. Holmes, J.K. Hickey, or Sir Ahmad Khan? Time is up. 33 answered out of 53 participants. 9 members made their choice correctly. 24th question on your screens now. Who is the author of the book The Great Rebellion? Robert Knight, T.N. Das, Ashok Mehta, or K.M. Panikar? There ends the time. 33 picked it up out of 53 participants. 10 members made their choice correctly. 25th question on your screens now. Who said the revolt 1857 was an eruption of the social volcano where many spent forces found vent? J.K. Hickey, Ashok Mehta, K.M. Panikar, or none of the above? There ends the time. 34 members made their choice out of 53 participants. 9 members did it right. Question number 26 on your screens now. The British government declared the Communist Party of India illegal in 1924, 1934, or 1930, or 1939. Time is up. 33 picked it up out of 53 participants. 12 answered correctly. 27th question on your screens now. The Indian people play people's role in the People's War was the slogan of the Forward Bloc, or Indian National Congress, or Communist Party of India, or none of these. Thirty-four members answered out of 53 participants. 17 answered correctly. 28th question on your screens now. In 1942, who appealed to the Britishers to leave India in God's hands? Jawaharlal Nehru, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Sardar Patel, Mahatma Gandhi. Time is up. 35 answered out of 54 participants. 19 answered correctly. Let's move on to the 29th question. Here it comes. Which slogan was given by Congress in opposition to the British government involving India in the Second World War in 1939 without consulting the people of India? Karo ya maro, nahi karenge, nahi ladenge, na koi bhai, na koi pai. None of these. Time is up. 34 answered out of 54 participants. 9 members answered correctly. Question number 30 on your screens now. Last question of the day. Who said India is for Indians? Syed Hassan Imam, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. S. Gopal, Dayanand Sarkar.